is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us. Storms are moving through our area tonight.
And some could be severe. Let's go right away to our first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Eric, right now there are no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for our viewing area. There are some strong storms basically from about Madison eastward. You can see this on high-resolution Doppler radar. Also some very strong thunderstorms right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line down south of Gratiot in the southern portion of Lafayette County. But as we put the radar into motion, those storms along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line are drifting more into Illinois. The storms that have swept through Madison have weakened somewhat and are pushing eastward into Dodge and Jefferson counties. So the severe weather threat may be ending probably within another hour or so. Areas to the west have actually been cleared out of the severe thunderstorm watch. In fact, that severe thunderstorm watch continues for Dane County and areas to the east until 9 p.m. The Storm Prediction Center is starting to shift the severe weather threat farther to the south into northern Illinois. Temperatures have cooled off in Madison because of the rain. We're down to 69, but notice La Crosse has some sunshine and they're back up to 81 degrees. Dew point temperatures are in the upper 60s to the lower 70s, so the air is very humid, but the humidity levels will come down tomorrow. The showers and thunderstorms will end by mid to late evening, then look for a sunny and warm but less humid day tomorrow with a high of 84. I'll take a look at the potential for severe weather for the rest of the evening a little bit later on in the newscast.
Gary, thank you. The Madison Metropolitan School District has released plans for reopening schools in the fall. MMSD preparing 3 options here: all virtual learning, all in-person learning, and a mix of both. Now, this hybrid model for all elementary, middle, and high schools would include students being split into 2 groups. One group would learn in person on Mondays and Tuesdays, virtually on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The other group would learn in person on Thursday, Friday, and virtually on Mondays through Wednesdays. Wednesdays, all students would do online work so schools can be deep cleaned. Dane County public health officials are seeing a spike right now in COVID-19 cases.
Today they spoke with Amy Reed, sharing more about what's behind this increase. Amy?
More than anything else, public health is tying this back to bars. You can see this in the new restrictions that they sent out yesterday, but still health experts say it's on all of us to make sure this doesn't turn into a second wave.
This is not reassuring news. It has us all very worried.
Dr. Jeff Ponoff at UW Health has watched coronavirus cases climb this week. Public Health Madison-Dane County says nearly 400 cases have been confirmed in just the last 5 days. Half are in people ages 20 to 29, more than 60% between 18 and 25.
We know that those cases are in younger individuals between age 20 and 29. We think, that's one of the 2 reasons why we haven't seen the increase in inpatient admissions yet.
Public health is largely tying this back to bars. Through contact tracing interviews, they found 76 cases where a person with a positive test visited a bar.
We've seen small clusters that have occurred in the jail setting and long-term care facility settings, but nothing to this magnitude and in this duration of time.
New public health restrictions aim to combat this common thread behind this cluster, requiring customers be seated and those seats be 6 feet apart. Some bars also taking matters into their own hands. College Club announcing yesterday they're closed until it's safe to reopen. A sign on the bar's door reads until at least July 7th. Ponoff said this turning into a second wave depends on all of us doing our part, or else risk slipping backwards in reopening.
This isn't just about me and my trajectory, but this is about my community and how my actions impact others, whether it's giving them the disease or my actions making public health shut down things that people are really looking forward to do.
Another event you may be wondering about as a potential source of spread is protesting, but public health said they've had 12 cases in all of June where people said they had been to protest. Again, compare that to 76 cases at bars over the last 5 days.
Amy, thank you. Meanwhile, another 435 Wisconsinites have tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the state's total to 26,776 cases. The number of people in Wisconsin who have died due to COVID-19 remains at 767. The death toll is roughly 3% of the state's positive cases. About 19% of cases remain active. The recovery search continues for a 9-year-old girl at the Monterey Dam in Janesville.
Madeline O'Neill brings us the very latest from this search, now nearing 24 hours. Maddie?
Well, we're still seeing boats out here tonight. Earlier, we saw drones. We've also seen searchers actually out walking in the more shallow parts of this river because officials tell us that actually diving is made really difficult by just how fast this current is. That's why earlier today, there were efforts to slow down the river and bring the water down by closing nearby dams and adding large obstacles to the river. Once they searched an area of interest, they then expanded the search to other parts of the river. This search began after a call came in after 7 last night, ended early this morning because of limitations in the darkness, and picked back up around 8 this morning. Janesville police tell us the 9-year-old girl they're searching for and a boy had gone in the water last night when a man and woman nearby fishing saw them struggling. That woman was able to get the boy out of the water, but the girl got lost in the river.
This lady really is a hero, but it's going to be difficult for her too. She did what she could. She should be totally praised for her actions.
The missing girl's uncle tells us family members have come from all over different states to be here and support each other during this. He says they'll be here until his niece is found.
A bright individual, smart, super smart, can teach you how to work a computer, can teach you how to do any and everything, like super smart, a real bright person. Like, that's my niece.
Again, Janesville police stress how dangerous this part of the river can be. Even though it's shallow, it can pin swimmers down. Now, officials are keeping an eye on the storm, but a sheriff's office captain tells me the search should go on tonight. He'll be here at least until nightfall and back again early tomorrow morning, saying they're not going to quit until they find her.
Maddie O'Neill live along the Rock River tonight. Maddie, thank you. A crash in Sun Prairie early this morning leaves 2 people dead and 2 more in the hospital. The Wisconsin Department of Justice has now taken over the investigation. Our Jamie Perez shares the details of what unfolded leading to that crash.
Well, this all started off as a traffic stop. Officers say around midnight they pulled somebody over here at the corner of Beach and Davison in Sun Prairie. But when they got out of their car to approach that car, the vehicle sped off and ended up crashing here just about 3 blocks away at the corner of Ruby Lane and Main Street here in Sun Prairie. And that's when officials say the car caught on fire.
4-5, it just blew the intersection. It went into quick trip, it crashed.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice is investigating a crash that happened around midnight that left 2 dead and 2 hospitalized.
4-5, the vehicle is in flames. Get fire on the scene.
Officials say they tried to save their lives after the car hit this tree.
As we just had an explosion from the vehicle.
But to no avail.
Near Main and Ruby, we were doing CPR or compressions on an individual. If you want to let EMS know.
2 of the passengers are now being treated at a local hospital, and all that's left today is the charred grass, broken glass, and the leftover damage where they hit at high speeds.
The north end of Ruby and Buena Vista.
The officers involved in the initial incident are on administrative leave, which is routine for an officer-involved death. So all of the facts and evidence are still under review. When the investigation is wrapped up, they're going to hand things over to the Dane County District Attorney. Reporting in Sun Prairie, I'm Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
And we will have more information about what exactly happened there when the investigation results are released. Charges have been filed against the man law enforcement are still searching for, connected to a Jefferson County double homicide. 62-year-old Kevin Anderson charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide in the deaths of Nedra and James Lemke. Nedra is the Fort Atkinson man's sister. He also faces 1 count of arson and 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm. Anderson remains at large, and a warrant has been issued for his arrest. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. According to a criminal complaint, a surviving sister told investigators Anderson was upset that his sister Nedra had been named executor of their late father's will, which caused a family dispute. She says Anderson always felt he was entitled to more of their parents' inheritance. The father's funeral was 4 days before the double homicide, and the father owned that property that was burned down.
Developing tonight, the 28-year-old man who was arrested for using a megaphone and carrying a bat in an outdoor restaurant seating area earlier this week now faces federal extortion charges. Devon Ray Johnson's arrest sparked demonstrations. A complaint alleges Johnson threatened that the windows of a building would be destroyed unless a person associated with the business made a payment to his Venmo account. U.S. Attorney Scott Blader says, quote, those who attempt to take advantage of recent events to extort local businesses under the guise of community activism will be vigorously prosecuted. Extortion is not activism. It is a crime that will not be tolerated. If convicted, Johnson faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in federal prison on each of the 2 counts. The second count is related to Johnson and 2 other men allegedly demanding free food and drink in return for not having a business destroyed by protesters, and in one case having an employee injured. Johnson, along with 23-year-old Greg James Jr., are tentatively charged with threats to injure, and 25-year-old William Shanley is tentatively charged with party to a crime of threats to injure. A $10,000 cash bond has been set for the man accused of making terrorist threats against the Dane County Sheriff. 32-year-old Jeremy Ryan stood mute during the virtual appearance today. A sheriff's office spokeswoman says Ryan posted Sheriff Dave Mahoney's personal information online and made threats to try to force Mahoney to release Devonray Johnson from jail. Ryan was ordered not to have any direct or indirect contact with Sheriff Mahoney or his family, not to enter the sheriff's office except to conduct official business, and not to possess any weapons or radioactive material. At the time of his arrest, Ryan had been under federal supervision for trying to buy radioactive material online in 2018.
Officials with the Dane County Sheriff's Office say the man arrested for a hit and run in downtown Madison early Sunday morning has been released from jail. One person was injured after a pickup truck drove into a crowd on University Avenue. An activist called the incident a hate crime. Brendan O'Neill was arrested yesterday on tentative charges of hit and run causing injury. Sheriff's officials say he was released after posting a $350 bond. Also tonight, the FBI is now looking into the alleged assault of an 18-year-old biracial African-American woman. Amanda Quintana here now with more on these new developments. Amanda?
This case is being investigated as a hate crime. Madison police released details of their report yesterday morning. Today, MPD confirmed the FBI is now involved in the investigation. Althea Bernstein told police she was stopped at a red light on Gorham Street with her window down around 1 o'clock Wednesday morning when someone yelled a racial slur at her. When she looked, she says 4 white men used a spray bottle to throw lighter fluid at her, then a flaming lighter, causing burns to her face and neck. Tonight, the CEO and president of the Dane County Boys and Girls Club, Michael Johnson, says that he and other leaders, including Senator Tammy Baldwin, will be checking in with Althea via Zoom tonight. She has requested people make donations to the Boys and Girls Club or Pause and Reflect Farm because she loves animals.
Amanda, thank you. A cash bond of $1,000 has been set for the man accused of breaking in and causing damage to a State Street jewelry store. This happened following the first day of peaceful protest in Madison in response to the death of George Floyd. 30-year-old Kelsey Nelson faces a felony criminal damage to property charge related to an estimated $50,000 in damage to Goodman's Jewelers. A Madison police spokesperson says he was seen on video kicking a display and taking several items from the store. A separate $5,000 bond was set for a burglary charge he is also facing. Nelson has been ordered not to be in the State Street or Langdon Street areas and not to possess any weapons.
Next at 6 is wearing a mask causing some skin issues for you. If you're experiencing some acne as a result, you're not alone. We'll share advice from a dermatologist. That's just ahead. Stay with us.
Salute massive savings at Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes event. Save up to 60% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for 3 years on top of our very best deals. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Nothing beats a relaxing summer day, and Blaine's Farm and Fleet has amazing summer savings on everything you need to get out and enjoy the weather. Like our lowest price of the year on this Charbroil gas grill, just $179.99. Save on this Lifetime kayak, $449.99. Dots Home Style or Southwest pretzels are just $4.99. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, we're thanking all first responders and healthcare workers by offering 10% off your entire purchase.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
I have a question for you. Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
Yes, I was.
Do you always wear your seatbelt?
I do, thank you.
Do you need any help out there?
Do you want to help me? Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. I just want to say thank you. We really appreciate that you wear your seatbelt every single day.
Click it or ticket.
Gobin Cars Grand Opening Sale, beautiful Middleton. 2017 Nissan Sentras, Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
That's right. Buy 2017 Nissan Sentras and Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
Gobin Cars is selling 2018 Kia Fortes for only $89.95 or $149 per month.
Hurry in today and just ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Gobin.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon ends soon. Don't miss our biggest mattress sale of the year. Pay as little as $22 a month for Tempur-Pedic with 6 years no-interest financing. Doorbuster Queen mattresses are just $95 while they last. Through Monday at Ashley Home Store.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Dermatologists say acne flare-ups are a concern for people who have to wear face masks all day, like healthcare and grocery store workers.
There are things that you can do, just making sure you're treating your skin gently, washing with a non-soap-based cleanser, so a creamy cleanser. You don't want it to suds up, and making sure that you're washing twice a day. If you are needing to wear a mask all day long and you're in warm environments where there's a lot of sweat, you might want to wash your face maybe an extra time in the middle of the day.
She says to try to take a break from the mask when you can to let the face breathe and avoid putting makeup on the lower part of your face. There are also some over-the-counter medications that can work to keep the pores from getting clogged.
The Ho-Chunk Nation will be making temporary layoffs permanent due to the coronavirus pandemic. President Marlon White Eagle made the announcement in a YouTube video today. White Eagle said gaming revenue at the nation's casinos have been severely impacted, and with the many unknowns, he says they had to make the tough decision in order to preserve the financial health of the nation.
Coming up in sports, former Badgers men's basketball coach Bo Ryan makes history. Sports director Zach Hanley shares some highlights from his career that will land him in the Hall of Fame. And severe weather chances tonight. Gary will tell us when that's expected to clear out. Coming up in your First Warn forecast.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Feldco season is here, and the signs are all around us. Like free installation on all windows, siding, and doors, and no interest for 1 year. It's time to jump on that home renovation project and free installation, all from the comfort of home. That gives you time to make the most of your Feldco season.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Happy 4th of July Super Sale, happening this week at the Brothers Maine. Come in now for more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We make upgrading your home more convenient at Maine with up to 18 months of 0% financing and expert-free delivery. Get more at the 4th of July Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. And happy birthday, USA, from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Right now at Steinhaffel's, all American-made furniture and mattresses are on sale. Save 35% store-wide plus an extra 5% off the largest selection of quality American-made furniture. And take advantage of no money down financing for 60 months and free no-contact shipping. Get special pricing on these 2 sofas, $299 and $399. Wisconsin-made solid wood queen beds, your choice $599. American-made solid wood dining table, now $849. Shop Steinhaffel's 4th of July sale now.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Still have have some strong thunderstorms in the eastern part of our viewing area, but the severe weather threat appears to be winding down, which is good news. A lot of the showers and thunderstorms that we had this morning kind of stabilized the atmosphere a little bit, so the storms briefly would flare up to severe levels across much of southern Wisconsin, but then they would die down. That's not the case farther to the south in northern Illinois, and I'll show you in just a minute. You can see here's Madison. Most of the showers and thunderstorms now are moving east of Madison. Still some heavier thunderstorms around Jefferson down toward Fort Atkinson, moving eastward. That will be affecting the Milwaukee area, but farther out to the west, things are actually improving. In fact, if we just take a quick look at the wind velocities here, you'll see that for the most part, the winds are pretty much straight line winds. We're not seeing any areas of rotation as that line of heavier thunderstorms move through the National Weather Service Doppler radar site in Sullivan, Wisconsin. But if we go ahead and move down to the south and west, it's a different story. That, across northern Illinois, is a tornado warning. That warning in effect until, let's see, 6:30 p.m. for Stevenson County. If we look at the wind velocity there, it's a little bit different story. We have a pretty good wind circulation, or at least we were watching one earlier. It started south of Freeport, now is moving through the central portion of Lafayette County, or of Stevenson County. This is the same storm that actually started in Lafayette County, south of Schulzburg, and moved to the east-southeast into northern Illinois. So again, across northern Illinois, the atmosphere is a little bit more unstable, so the severe weather threat is higher there. To the west, the rain is pretty much ending across the western part of our viewing area. There might be a shower or thunderstorm that pops up yet this evening, according to future radar, but everything will sweep off to the east. So we're looking for pretty much a quiet weather pattern beginning later on tonight. Less humid weather arrives this weekend. Dew point temperatures will go from the lower 70s and upper 60s where they are now into the lower 60s for tomorrow. It'll still be humid, just not as humid, but more humidity returns by Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and then we'll start to see better chances for thunderstorms from Sunday night into Monday of next week. Following that, though, our temperatures go up and the rain chances go down. On Weather Track, you can see how these thunderstorms developed in western Wisconsin, but notice the area across northern Illinois. That's where the stronger storms are because they didn't have the morning storms. So now all the instability is down there, and you can see a line of storms extending back into eastern portions of Iowa. Temperatures have cooled off because of the rain here, but even behind a cold front, temperatures are still in the 80s to our west. So we'll look for highs in the 80s this weekend, but the dew point temperatures, which are now in the upper 60s and lower 70s, will drop off a bit, so it won't feel quite as humid, at least for tomorrow. Severe thunderstorm watch continues until 9 p.m. for southern Wisconsin, but I think this will be canceled early as the storms continue to move east. Look for showers and thunderstorms to come to an end, then it'll turn partly cloudy and mild overnight with a low of 65. Tomorrow, a mostly sunny and warm, but less humid day, high temperature at 84 degrees. And as we take a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, for some reason it doesn't seem like it wants to go there, but we're looking basically at temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90 all the way through the 4th of July holiday, and very little in the way of rain chances after Wednesday of next week.
And coming up in sports, summer camp at Miller Park. The Brewers are in, while Craig Counsell says their approach is the same, even though the season isn't. That's next on News 3 Now.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Going on now, 4 days only. Save big at Grand Appliance and avoid big box crowds this holiday during the Friends and Family Sale. Shop online or at your local Grand Appliance. Double up on Grand exclusive savings. Up to $1,000 on top of already reduced July 4th pricing. Take advantage of safe online, phone, and virtual shopping options. Plus, your choice of either no-contact curbside or in-home delivery services. Don't delay. Grand Appliance Friends and Family Sale ends this Sunday, June 28th.
From a checkup to an emergency visit, SSM Health is ready to provide the high-quality care you've come to expect. And all our facilities are prepared to keep patients safe, in person or online. We're here. Schedule a visit today.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. All Patriot Lighting ceiling fans are 11% off. This Miller Station 52-inch LED ceiling fan features an industrial appearance with vintage-style bulbs. $114.81 after 11% off. Over 120 in-stock Sylvania LED bulbs are 11% off. These bulbs use 85% less energy than traditional 60-watt bulbs. $531 after 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We've got the power. It's deer season at the Power Centers of Madison. John Deere compact utility tractors have the power and versatility to tackle the biggest jobs on your list. Multiple attachments are available, extremely easy to operate, control, and finesse. Make home and garden work fun with John Deere mowers. Mow, mulch, and haul your way to a beautiful yard. Get your John Deere now at the Power Centers of Madison.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
Over the last 10 years in the Big Ten, nobody was better than Frank Kaminsky on the basketball court. Those aren't my words. The Big Ten Network named the former Badger its Player of the Decade. And his resume will back it up. Kaminsky took home National Player of the Year honors, a first in program history. He also claimed the Wooden Award and the Naismith and Oscar Robertson trophies while leading the Badgers to back-to-back Final Fours. Former Wisconsin head men's basketball coach Bo Ryan headlines the 2020 UW Athletic Hall of Fame's 11-member class. In 14 seasons leading the Badgers, he never finished lower than 4th in the Big Ten, won 7 league titles, made the NCAA tournament 14 times, advancing to 2 Final Fours and a national championship game. Ryan won a school record 364 games at UW. College football news released its preseason All-Big Ten teams, and 4 Badgers made the cut. Isaiah Loudermilk and Jack Sanborn were listed on defense, Logan Bruss on offense, and Jack Dunn was named preseason All-Conference as a punt returner. The Milwaukee Brewers are getting ready for Spring Training 2.0, or as they dubbed it, Summer Camp at Miller Park. The details of how it will work are still being hashed out, but Craig Counsell did say that the crew will hold 2 separate workouts every day while utilizing the space around the ballpark. And when it comes to the approach to his 60-game season, well, nothing's changed except the length of the race.
If the regular season's a marathon, this is what, you figured out. This is at least a 10K. It's not a sprint. You can put a ton of more games on the schedule. It doesn't lessen the significance of games. So we're treating every game that way every year, and I don't think you can necessarily change, what you think of a game based on how many. We're going to try to win them all.
And the Bucks will tip off against the Celtics on July 31st. Oh, here we go.
You finally get to cover some highlights.
Here we go.
Here we go, Zach. All right. Let's go to Gary. Final check.
Okay, most of the showers and thunderstorms now are moving east of Madison. Still some heavier thunderstorms over Dodge and Jefferson counties, but heading away down to the south. Tornado warning south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, but those storms are heading away from us, which is good news. Severe thunderstorm watch continues until 9 p.m. for Sauk and Iowa and Lafayette counties eastward through Madison, but that will probably be canceled early. Otherwise, temperatures right now, upper 60s to the lower 70s. Dew point temperatures are still high.
All right, Gary, thanks. And he'll keep an eye on things for us. Thanks for joining us.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.